Hi everyone, Keith Wilson here, spreading a wealth of information. I ran across something put out by the U.S. Bureau of Labor that said 51% of workers in small companies do not have a retirement plan. So this could be that the owner of the small business didn't think they had enough employees to offer a retirement plan, or maybe they think it's, just too costly. Well, that's where something called the Simple IRA Plan comes into play. Now, a Simple IRA, that stands for the Savings Incentive Match Plan for employees. It's designed for companies with less than 100 employees. It could be offered to companies with even one employee, but most likely that's going to be the owner. So think of it like a 401k plan, but it's simple and it's lower cost in most situations. Here are the benefits for the owner of the business, and it would be that the startup fees are way lower than a 401k plan. It's a great employee retention tool, and because you're offering a retirement plan to your employees. Now, the biggest cost to the employer would be the matching contributions. So let's talk about that. You can either elect to match the contribution of the employee dollar for dollar up to 3% of their salary, or you can make non-elective contributions of 2% of the employee's salary. However, with this 2% non-elective contribution, this will be made whether or not that employee contributed anything at all to the plan. So the benefits for the employee would be your contribution is higher than a traditional IRA. You see, with a traditional IRA, the 2021 contribution will be $6,000 or $7,000 if you're over age 50, whereas the Simple IRA contribution limit is $13,500 or $16,500 if you're over age 50. Now, the company will match your contribution dollar for dollar up to that percentage amount. Like we said, usually it's 3% of salary, and that's something you don't get with a traditional IRA. Now, it's very easy to contribute to your plan. You just simply let your employer know the amount you want them to withhold from each pay period, and they make that contribution into the plan for you. So let's think about it. If you make, let's say, $50,000 a year, your company will contribute up to $1,500 as long as you contribute at least $1,500. So, folks, that's free money. Now, the contribution you make into the plan is tax deductible. So again, if you make $50,000, you contribute $5,000, for example, then you're only taxed on $45,000. Now, once you retire, you take that money out, then whatever comes out, that's taxable to you. When it comes to the investment choices, most of the time, these plans, they've got a lot more options than the 401k plan has, and you are in control. You choose the investments. Now, if you're unsure about, which is the most suited for your needs, don't worry about it, because most of the time there is an advisor who initially set up the plan for your employer that can guide you along the way, let you know what's the best path for you. Now, it's your retirement account, and if you leave the company, you can transfer it to another retirement plan as long as you've had it for a couple years. However, if you transfer it to another Simple IRA, then there's no waiting period. Now, there are other things you got to consider, like the expenses with the underlying mutual funds being offered, the sales charges, things like that, and they're gonna differ from company to company. So you're gonna want to check that out, and it'll all be laid out in the prospectus that they provide. So, hey, if you're an employer of a small business, consider the Simple IRA as an option to offer your employees. And if you're an employee and the Simple IRA is offered, consider making contributions to, boost your retirement savings, because unless you plan on working forever, you need to save for retirement. And a lot of you might be thinking, well, I don't have a lot to save toward retirement, but think about this. Even a little bit can make a difference, a big difference over time. If you'd like to see more videos like this discussing your personal finance, be sure to hit that subscribe button below. I would really appreciate it. Thank you, and remember, be wise with your money.